What's up everybody? Welcome back to another Ride and Dad channel video, or welcome if it's your first time. Either way, very glad to have you. If you watched last week's video, I showed you my new bike. It's an e-bike, it's an electric bike, kind of branching out with some different kind of things on the channel. So this video is actually being filmed this video was being filmed before, but released after last week's video. But this is going to be a complete unboxing and put together of this bike, brand new. I've never opened the box before, so let's roll the intro and then we'll start unpacking.
Riding down a YouTube channel, it's the Riding Down a YouTube channel, it's the Riding Down a YouTube channel, it's the Riding Down a bow.
All right, so I went ahead and unwrapped everything, just all the zip ties and stuff. Felt like it was unnecessary for that. Plus, my kid was yelling, so it wasn't going to be good footage anyway. But basically, unwrapped, did not touch anything, literally just took all the pieces away. It comes with a toolkit, wrenches, Allens, and a screwdriver. I'm going to try to use the wrenches and the Allens. The screwdriver is like your typical double-sided, real cheap plastic handle and cheap crappy metal insert, so I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use my actual good screwdriver. But the first set of install directions, they send you a manual on the internet, no paper stuff, basically to install the handlebars using the rubber bushings. It's nice in pictures and everything. And then they want you to flip the bicycle over using the supplied foam that they put in the package for the handlebars so you don't scratch it. I just cut a piece of cardboard so the seat doesn't get all scratched up on the concrete, and then install the front wheel. So let's do those two and then we'll recap. All right, so once that's done, you want to make sure that your wheel doesn't have any spin. If it does have spin, that it doesn't contact the brake caliper at all. If it does, you just have to loosen these two bolts and move the brake caliper, a little bit forward or backwards, and it should have no scraping, but you should be able to still obviously engage the brake properly. So the next step is to inflate the tires. It says that, side note, this comes with Kenda tires, which is not my personal favorite brand of tires, but Kenda is also not terrible, and they're like a really decent name brand tire, so that's actually pretty cool that it comes with tires that are like more of a name brand tire setup. But basically, the tires are supposed to be between 27 to 30 PSI. It says during the setup, inflate them each to 35 PSI to make sure they are seated properly in the rim of the wheel, and then back them back down to 27 to 30. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so next we're going to install the pedals and the front headlight. Pretty self-explanatory. Left pedal, left to tighten, right pedal, right to tighten. So here is the right, clearly marked with a R. And then let's use the provided wrench to go ahead and snug them down. It also says, make sure you do not, if you're met with any resistance, that you do not keep it going, just back it out, because it's fairly easy to strip these. So let's go ahead and start putting these in. All right, next we got to install this back rack. It says that you need an adjustable wrench in addition to what they give you. Not sure what for yet, but let's go ahead and have it ready. So you have to take out these 2 screws, and you can run it without the back rack if you wanted to. But let's go ahead and put it in for my purposes anyway. And you remove these 2 screws in the back. The 1 screw in the very back at the end of the seat, you do have to have the battery removed before you do this. And then kind of self-explanatory where the screws go, so let's finish it up. All right, next step is going to be to install the passenger pegs. It says do not use any hardware that came in the box. It says to use the bolts that are already in the bike to just loosen them up and put the passenger pegs on. It does say in instructions the pedal, like in big bold, it says the pedals are not to be stood on. So I'm assuming like no stunt riding kind of things on that. But I think that could be fixed if you just replace the hardware with some grade 8 hardware. It says it's just pedals made for passenger footrests, not to be stood on with full body weight kind of thing. So let's go ahead and detach those and put the rear pegs on. All right, so that is it. It does come with the front fender, but in the directions it never said anything about it. Obviously, front fenders are always optional. However, if you were going to be doing a lot of like off-road stuff, I would say definitely put it on. I'm going to tinker around with it, see if I can figure out how to put it on, but that is it. I did forget to say that you have to uninstall the battery before you put the backrest on. But other than that, I'm honestly really impressed with the fit and finish, just the overall quality of this, how it was packaged and everything. It's just a really good, in my opinion, looking e-bike, you know, obviously very close to like motorcycle kind of styling, especially with the piggyback shocks, which I'm sure are fake, you know, crap shocks or whatever. But I mean, still, it's a bicycle. You don't need that incredible of shocks. The front forks seem to work. It's all stuff that you can replace. You know, it's all stuff that's made, even though the parts that you're going to be replacing it with isn't necessarily, you know, for the bike kind of thing. As long as you have the measurements and everything, there's no reason why you couldn't do it. So like fork oil, springs, and everything like that, all stuff that you can customize with it. But yeah, I'm very, very pleased with it, very happy with it. The battery has to charge. And you guys already saw the video of my first impressions, so hopefully I am very happy with it. And I guess that is that. More to come on this for sure. Thank you guys for watching very much. Make sure you check out all of the links in the description for Tucker Speed specifically. They're my boys. They hook me up. They hook you guys up with the coupon, so definitely support them. They're a very small operation, but they do a ton of work. You would never know that they were small unless you talk to them, which is awesome. It's just that good, you know, hometown kind of small business stuff that I love supporting. But yeah, they're doing good things. So anyway, yeah, link to this bike will be in the description, as well as the last video that I showed you riding it. And yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. Did I do a good job? Did I do a stupid job? Let me know. Till the next time, guys, ride safe, have fun. Dad out.